So you're thinking about moving in West Bergen neighborhood here in Jersey City, New Jersey. Well, in this video, we're going to be showing you a map tour of West Bergen neighborhood here in Jersey City, New Jersey. And we're gonna go through all it is about living here in this area, such as the transportations, restaurants, and real estate market. And we're getting after it right now.
And if you're new to our channel and you want to know all there is to know about West Bergen area of Jersey City, New Jersey, and surrounding areas, then click the subscribe button and tap the bell notification so you can be the first to get all the market updates of what's happening here. Once again, guys, I'm Brianna.
My name is Andre.
And my name's Adrian. Listen, we get calls every single day from people just like you looking to move here in West Bergen, Jersey City, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're more than happy to help you make a smooth transition here in New Jersey. And without any further, here's the map tour.
All right, so let's start with Jersey City as a whole. You have different parts of neighborhoods here. There's 6 neighborhoods of Jersey City. And as we promised, we're going to be highlighting West Bergen section of Jersey City. And for those that are curious what part of Jersey City that is, you're just going to click here, Hackensack River Waterfront. So if you see Westside here, West Bergen neighborhood highlights areas that are by Westside Avenue and John F. Kennedy Boulevard. So if you see here on Danforth Avenue, from here all the way till the end of Broadway, which is here, highlights West Bergen neighborhood. If you go on Google Maps and you click Hackensack River Waterfront and you click Westside here, it highlights the neighborhoods of West Bergen area. And for those that are just coming into Westside, you might be wondering where you're going to be coming from. And in this area, there's 2 major airports, and that is the Newark Liberty International Airport, and there's the John F. Kennedy International Airport. Okay, so let's start off from Newark International Airport, which is one of the main airports here in North Jersey. You're about an 18-minute to a 30-minute drive, depending on the traffic. So you can either take the 1 and 9, which is the main highway, and then that leads you all the way to Westside. And that's one of the best parts about living in this neighborhood, is that you're right off the highway. Now, if you do plan to commute from International Airport to Westside, there are bus stations that come from the airport all the way to Westside. And one of them is the 62 bus, which takes you here in Newark Penn Station, in this area here. But this one's gonna drop you off in Market Street on Broad Street. And from there, you transfer over to the 1 bus. And this 1 bus takes Ferry Street all the way to Westside. Based on my experience, the bus does get busier during rush hour, taking this bus to and from school here in Rutgers Newark. So just keep in mind during rush hours, it might be busier to take the bus. So that's how you get from Newark Airport to Westside area. Now we're gonna transition to John F. Kennedy Airport. Now, if you look on the map here, it says that it's about an hour 30 drive, depending on the traffic. And you're going to be taking the Bell Parkway, which then cuts through Staten Island, this little island here, and you go through Bayonne and into Westside. So that's about an hour 30 away. Now, as you can see on the map, there's different roads that you can take. At the moment, it's not showing one of our preferred ways of getting to and from the international airport. And that is cutting through the city and then taking the same highway from Westside. So you're over here in Westside Avenue and you cut through downtown area. And then this leads you to the Holland Tunnel, which is Jersey City's main road to New York. And now that you made it to New York, you're going to cut through 478 Highway and into the Bell Parkway. So same process here, and then it follows you all the way through the International Airport. So as you can see, there's a variety of ways of driving to and from International Airport. Now, if you plan to commute from JFK International Airport to Westside, you can see over here that you just transport from the air train So this air train brings you to the E train, and that E train brings you to World Trade Center. And then the station here in World Trade Center brings you to General Square Station, which is one of the main hubs of Jersey City. That's about a 13-minute train ride. And then from there, you take out the 80 bus, which is the main bus that goes to Westside area. And it's about a 15-minute commute. So all in, it's about a 2-hour commute, depending on how busy it is throughout that day. So now that you have a good idea where you're coming from the main airports here in Jersey and New York area into Westside, now we can talk a little bit about commuting and driving to some of the main attractions here in Jersey City. So most of the people that come to Jersey City and plans to stay here for vacation will most likely visit New York. And there's plenty of ways of getting to New York from Jersey City. And we're just going to highlight the 3 main routes of getting to New York from Jersey City. First, we have the Holland Tunnel, which is from Jersey City. Next, we have the Lincoln Tunnel, which is from Weehawken area. And then we have the George Washington Bridge here. So these are the 3 main roads that you can take to New York. Of course, there's other roads as well, such as the one that we mentioned earlier, with going through Staten Island and then Bell Parkway. However, most people will use these 3 main roads to get to New York and then come back to Jersey. So going back to Westside, as you can see, it's very much commuter friendly. We have the 440 highway right here, which brings you to Newark, to North Jersey, and down to Bayonne area. And then if you look closer, so one of the best parts about living in Westside is we have this commute system called Light Rail Station. And you can see it extends all the way here. And that train station, if you follow this through, goes to downtown area and leads you to New York. And we'll show you a little bit more about commuting from Westside to New York in this video. So those are the main transportations of getting to Westside Avenue. You have the 440 highway, you have the light rail station. And just like most areas in Jersey, you also have bus, right? Just like the 80 bus that we spoke about. All right, so those are the ways of getting to and from Westside area, from those airports. And then that is how you get to New York, to taking the 3 main roads over here in Holland Tunnel, Lincoln Tunnel, and George Washington Bridge. And now we can highlight the transportation systems here in Westside. So like we spoke about, if you're going to commute to New York City. So now that we have this map laid out, this is the main ways that you can get to New York City from Westside neighborhood. This map specifically points to World Trade Center. So as you can see, it's about an hour commute. We're over here around 407 Westside Avenue. And then from there, you can either take the bus or the light rail station to the PATH station. So let's start off with the 80 bus. If you see on the map here, the black line here shows the route of 80 bus, and that goes to PATH station. And so you can tell from this map that it's about a 15-minute commute from this part of Westside into General Square. And then from General Square, it's about a 15-minute commute. The other way of getting from Westside to New York is taking the light rail station. Now, in my opinion, the light rail station, it's a much more efficient and predictable schedule compared to the bus stations, just because traffic can sometimes get crazy. However, the light rail station is usually on schedule. We can definitely test this because we live in Westside for a bit, and just a 5-minute short walk and taking this on a daily basis to school, we were almost always on time with schedule. So if you see on the map here and you see where the green line is, you can see that the train ride from Westside is about 35 minutes, 36 into downtown, and takes you to Exchange Place, which goes to the PATH station to New York. So a 5-minute commute. And all in, if you take the light rail station, it's about 35 minutes to New York. That is a commute. Some might even say that it's shorter than driving to New York. So it was definitely one of the best ways to get there. Or like we said before, you can take the 80 bus. So those are the main transportations of getting to and from New York. And like we highlighted earlier, there's other bus that runs through here that takes you to the airports. Now, one of the best parts about living in Jersey is that we offer a little bit of everything. And one of those things is the beaches here. So you can see that the beach from the west side is not too far. And if you put on the map here, we can put the closest beach, which is Long Branch. And Long Branch is only about an hour away from Westside. One of the best things about living in Westside is because it's just right off the highway from 440 into 1 and 9, which takes you all the way down south to Long Branch Beach. So you can take the Garden State Parkway there. There's going to be a toll, and it's about an hour, maybe an hour 30, depending on traffic. And if you decide to commute from Westside to Long Branch Beach, you will see here that the same bus that goes to Newark and takes you to International Airport is the same bus that takes you from Jersey City and into Newark Penn Station, which is right here. And then from there, you get to Newark. And from Newark, you take the Amtrak bus. And then from there, you take the Amtrak train, which is about an hour 15, takes you all the way to Long Branch Beach. And just a little heads up, they did started charging a fee to be in the beach throughout the day. So keep in mind of all the expenses you may have when you do plan to take this trip over here from West Side to Jersey.
You need cash, by the way.
That's right. That's one of the best things about Jersey is you can pretty much commute or drive to the nearest beach. And if you may prefer another adventure and you might want to see other parts of Jersey besides the areas down there in South Jersey, we also have hiking trails in west of Jersey. So plenty of nature to see in the West Jersey area. And one of them is Tammany Red Dot Trail. Just to give you an example how far one of the nearest hiking trails are. So you can drive there about an hour 30 away, about 67 miles. And you take the same road that you would go into west, which is you take the 1 and 9, which then transport you to the Newark Turnpike. And then all the way from there to 80. 280 here is the main road that goes to west of Jersey. So you just take that all the way straight into this area here, Mount Tammany Red Dot Trail, bordering Delaware, and it's only about an hour 30. So from this road, you can tell how far other states are. And from West Side to Mount Tammany Red Dot Trail, it's about an hour 30, depending on the traffic. All right, so wrapping things up here, now you have a good idea where you'll be when you get from the airport right here or International Airport in John F. Kennedy into West Side area. And when you get here, you already have a good idea what transportations West Side has to offer, which is the light rail station or the bus station that goes all the way through West Side Avenue. And when it comes to the roads of getting to West Side, 1 and 9 highway mainly comes from west of Jersey, and you're gonna take that and it goes all the way down here. And then some of the main roads that you can take going to and from West Side is this road here, which is 1 and 9 highway. We talk about that plenty of times. It comes from west of Jersey. And then from there, you take the 440 highway. And throughout 440 highway, all the way from this point here, before coming to Bayonne, majority is Greenville area, and then West Side area. So you can take the 440 highway. And when you're inside Jersey City, some of the main roads that you take to and from West Side are this road here on Commuter Avenue, which is the cutoff from downtown. You also have Garfield Avenue that you can take around West Side, and then it brings you to the border of West Bergen. So right here to Danforth Avenue. Or you can take West Side Avenue that extends all the way from Broadway right here. So you can take that going to West Side Avenue. So those are some of the main roads that you can to and from West Side. You have the highway right here. You have Grand Street, which is right here. You have Garfield that you can cut through around West Side Avenue. And then you have West Side Avenue. So those are the main transportations of West Side neighborhood of Jersey City. And then now we're going to talk about what are some of the things we can do while in West Side.
Thank you, Dre, for all that information. Now we know how to get to and from West Side Avenue through all these ways of transportation. And let's get into it. So we're gonna talk about what's going on inside of Westside. And landmarked by Lincoln Park, we did view this park in our neighborhood tour of West Bergen. And yeah, see that down below if you want to see more of the park. And let's just talk about the walkability first of West Bergen. As you can see, it's gridded and easy to get around. I usually like to walk down Westside Avenue, and the amount of time it takes to get from the north side of West Bergen to the all the way end of it can take you about an hour or a little bit more. I know because I walked it. But let's talk about what's going on Westside Avenue. On Westside Avenue, you're gonna find all the restaurants you need, laundromat, and yeah, this is the place where people go to run their errands. And everything else outside of Westside Avenue, like these areas, would be more residential. So it's primarily residential. So let's go all the way down Westside and talk about our favorite cafe, proclaimed the best coffee in all of New Jersey. Shout out to Frank and Diane for that. They do bring their craft from Brooklyn, and it's amazing. They also bring pastries from outside of Jersey City, so you can try, for example, the Donut Plant, one of my favorites. Sometimes they have pastries from. And another place that we love is Grand Apollo, is a Filipino restaurant that we get our food from, we take out a lot from there. Super authentic, as Andre says. As you know, two brothers are Filipino, so they would know best. And yeah, as you can see, delicious food. I guess they say fast food because you can walk in and get it. You know, it's fresh, but you can get it immediately if you're hungry. So Westside Avenue in itself has primarily Latin cuisine, Filipino cuisine, and Caribbean cuisine. Yeah, as Adrian said, there is a Vietnamese restaurant here, and that is one that we have gone to before. And there's also fast food Chinese restaurants down here. There's Taste of Caribbean. That's how you know there's a variety of cuisines here. And that's telling of the demographic here as well. Let's see. On more of the west side, in Hackensack River Waterfront, we have some home improvement stores like Lowe's. We have Home Depot right there, Marshalls. We have dealerships here, so more commercial spaces. This is right off the highway, so you'll see them coming down 440. Yeah, and also on Mallory Avenue, you can find a whole bunch of restaurants as well. So Westside Avenue here and Mallory Avenue contain most of the cafes and restaurants. For example, we have Jersey Gelato right here.
Shout out Kendrick.
Shout out to Kendrick, one of Adrian's friends, client, you know. We also have Violet's. Have you been there?
No, never. That used to be a vegan restaurant.
Okay.
That I guess they converted it to something else now.
Wow, this does look familiar. We were walking past it and said that we need to try it out.
You can highlight
Carmine's Italian Deli.
Classic.
one of the best Parmesan sandwich, chicken parm.
Chicken parm.
Fire
Top.
department loves this place.
How you know?
Because every time I drive past by it, there's at least 2 trucks there just chilling with police cars. They love their Carmines, that's for sure. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building, as you saw. It looks super vintage, cutesy, you know, it doesn't look like it's from Jersey City.
It's one of those very old restaurants that is still reminiscent when Westside Avenue was primarily Italians.
That's funny. I guess similar to Lower East Side, New York, where it's primarily taken over by Italians in the late 1900s. I don't know. Don't quote me on history, by the way. Anyway, we do have IHOP here, Jollibee, which is also a fast food Filipino restaurant. Hibachi Grill and Supreme Buffet. It's like 17 bucks for lunch for all you can eat. It's decent, you know. It's a typical Chinese buffet, I would say. It's funny because one of the people that I cold called, she didn't want to sell her house or buy anything. She just invited us out to eat there. She's like, "You've never been there? Come, I'll bring you every 3 months." Shout out to Joyce.
It's been 3 months.
It's been 3 months, so we haven't spoken, but we'll be in touch. We also have the infamous Dairy Queen. We see a lot of kids going here. There's no sit-in area. You just walk up and order. And yeah.
You also have another classic Italian restaurant by Broadway.
Salumeria. This is also very welcoming and homey. It kind of has like a cafeteria feel. They have super authentic Italian cuisines. I mean, here I guess they hold events, but it's in the cut, and the people serving behind here are super, super nice. You can get some sandwiches. What did I get last time? I got some like grilled roasted veggies. So these two brothers right here are from Westside Avenue. They grew up there all their lives, so if you want to know anything there is to know about Westside Avenue, they definitely know the ins and outs of it. What's your favorite part of Westside?
I would say it's Westside Avenue for me. It reminds me of home. I mean, nowhere else in Jersey City can you really find a lot of Filipino restaurants. So being close to my community at least helps me reminisce back home.
How about you, Dre?
I would say the same. You don't find a Filipino community in Jersey City as big as Westside area. Everybody knows everybody here. You know, like there's someone that you knew is Filipino. There's a good chance they live in Westside area because that's where the majority of the Filipinos are. And one of the main places they go to is the church on St. Aloysius.
Yeah. St. Aloysius actually is where Andre and I went to school for a few years when we came back to US. Spent a lot of time.
Found it. Well, anyway, guys, that's my take or the summary of what I have to say on what goes on in Westside Avenue. It's a beautiful place, lots of greenery, especially when you're walking through near the park. Calm neighborhood, walkable, a lot of families are here. And yeah, Adrian, take it away.
All right, so aside from being very commuter friendly, proximity to everything else, and offers amazing restaurants, what does the real estate of West Bergen look like? So Hackensack River Waterfront is home to a lot of large development projects that's been going on. In the past few years, some would say this is called the redevelopment zone right here in Westside Avenue. And we've actually seen that with NJCU's activity of building new facilities for their schools, and also some of the large apartment complex that have gone up in the recent years. So some of them are Revet 26 that's have gone up recently, consist of, I don't even know how many units this is at this point. All I know is that they're offering luxury rentals that has apartments up to $4,000 for 2 bedrooms. Just to show you guys exactly what's happening in the area. You also have projects like 3 Acres, for example, next to the Westside Light Rail Station that offers resort style living. And it's honestly super cool. These type of buildings, you know, stick frame, kind of encompassing a center area of the building where it's like their kind of outdoor space is becoming popular. I mean, we've seen a building that was just like this in Union City, built by one of our clients. They're actually building something similar here in West Bergen. So this might not be updated, but we're in Commute Avenue. You guys can see this large plot of land right here. If we ever get a chance to take you guys on the tour of West Bergen, you'll actually see that this is now an apartment complex that's about to be finished. and hopefully, we can tour you guys around in that place once it's done. Aside from that, what other things are really going on in West Bergen? Here by Home Depot, you have apartments like City Line West, like I said, Riva 26. You have City Line East that has gone up like 2018 maybe, that this has gone up. Bringing in restaurants like Five Guys, for example. I mean, I personally love Five Guys for their amazing burgers. I think they're the best burgers in all of East Coast. So here's a recent photo from 2020 of these two buildings being built. So Rivet 26, you have City Line East, and then this is also home to NJCU, and there's also a school right here. This is also part of NJCU. And one last thing to mention is that Jersey City has large plans to extend the Westside Light Rail Station all the way to the Hackensack River Waterfront, where you'll soon find out that there will be 1,000 new units being built in this large plot of land, making it essentially what will be the new downtown. So we're super excited for the developments here. Also, since we've worked directly with the owners of Dunkin' Donuts, and the owners of Dunkin' Donuts actually have been building here in Jersey, and he knows the owner of Hudson Mall privately, and actually told us that Hudson Mall owner is planning to subdivide the entire mall so that developers can come in, purchase their lots, and start building upwards. And the owner himself is planning to keep a fraction of it so he can go up himself as well. That's actually a plot of land here that we've been trying to sell in Hudson Mall for about $16 million to build 250 units, just to show you guys exactly what's going on in this area. And Jersey City has been in the process of building another park in between Route 440 and Commute Avenue, located right here. So I'm not sure if Google actually has photos of that right now. Let me just check it real quick for you guys so you can see what's going on. So yeah, when the time of this photo was taken, 2022, it's almost done. And then storage units being built out, just to show you guys. There's a storage unit out there that just tells you that people are needing more space because it's becoming more dense in this certain part of Jersey City. So aside from all the developments, right, you have one of my favorites, the Agnes, and they've been in a crazy expansion in the past couple years. They built the Agnes. You also have 16 Bennett Street next to it, which has about roughly 40 plus units. But the Agnes here, they recently bought this fruit stand, and they're gonna start building again, So they've started to remediate all the old warehouses that's been here, for example, and start repurposing it into better living situation for, let's say, New Yorkers is their target market, just because, like Andre and Brianna said, you're very close to the Westside Avenue Light Rail Station. It makes it super easy for people to travel. So that's what's going on in West Bergen. What's really happening right now in terms of prices? So in real estate, at least, you have the home median price of $677,000 in West Bergen alone, which is insane, knowing the fact that we were buying properties in this area for $500,000 just 3 years ago. And now you have large 2 families being built, new construction that goes 65 feet deep. We actually previewed 10 Williams Avenue at its own listing video, so you guys should definitely check that out whenever you get a chance. But if you guys have seen our neighborhood tour, you'll notice that we also showcase 21 Bentley Avenue, a large historic 3-family in West Bergen, so beautiful, located in Bentley Avenue, which is one of the bigger streets here in West Bergen. It goes down right into the Lincoln Park, so it's one of the most desirable areas as far as West Bergen goes, right? So these streets are popular just because it used to be home to a lot of doctors back in the 1950s. Now they've been repurposed, and let's just go by real quick and see what's going on. You'll see very large single families, and you can't really see anything like that anywhere else in Jersey City. So let's check out some of the listings that's been going up. Let's see. Wow, so you have this 346 Danforth Avenue, which is just at the border of Jersey City West Bergen, going for close to $1 million, over $1 million, which is crazy. So this is a 8 bedrooms, 5 bath, multifamily, oversized lot, right? 31 by 126 by 90. Typically, you'll find that the regular size lot in Jersey City is about 25 by 100. So this is definitely a lot. Not to mention, it also includes 2 detached garage, spacious enough for 3 cars, and a space where there's a lack of parking. That's definitely a plus. I can see why they're offering it for $1 million. It looks like they first listed it for $1,150,000 and had to reduce the price. So let's see. Okay, so you have fully renovated siding. Looks like it's been, it's been touched up recently. Black trim. Looks like they only touched up the front of the building. Okay, you have new bathroom. See that? This looks like a queen bed, so it's a pretty large bedroom. Just you can't tell it because of bed. Okay. So you have air conditioning, window air AC or air conditioning, and here's the 3 garage spaces. So a little interesting part about garage spaces, they used to be smaller, right? Because back in the old days, they used to be used for horse carriages. And this is all the space that they needed. But, modern cars, they can't really fit that. And the cool thing about these garage is that Jersey City is planning on opening up garage spaces or detached garage spaces like this for ADUs to be converted into another unit potentially in the future, just like California is doing, just because Jersey City is actively looking to remediate the lack of housing in Jersey City. So ADU is an accessory dwelling unit. That's essentially what that means. And it's just the unit that's been converted, or a garage space that's been converted into another unit for people to live in. We actually owned a house in Sussex, New Jersey, and it was a 3-family with a detached garage, and they converted it into a 4-family by using the garage space into another unit. So what they essentially ended up doing is going up on this and converting it into a 2-story garage, which is probably your value if you were to buy this property. That's why they listed it at $1,100,000 for potential of gaining equity through new regulations that's coming up in Jersey City. So okay, this is one of the units. You have an open floor plan, you have a cozy kitchen. This is what it looks like, furnished, cool little backsplash. Right. So like you guys see, they're using wall air conditioners for that. Maybe you have a chance to put up some HVAC if possible. This is one of the bigger units. Okay, kitchen. So it looks like a 3-unit with a possibility of converting into a 4-family later on. All right. So you'll also find in Jersey City a lot of these homes that looks just like this, which is cool because Jersey City had this boom back in the early 2000s where they were building properties just like this. So the same way that you're seeing properties that look like this now, right? In the 2020s, you used to see a lot of, in the early 2000s, properties that are built just like this. Brick homes, solid. Most of them has skylight windows at the roof, right? Whereas new construction, now you're seeing roof decks. Before, skylight windows were more popular, brick home. And the layout's typically at 8 bedrooms, 5 baths. You have 7 bedrooms, 5 baths here. Let's take a look at one of them. Let's see. So yeah, large space. balcony. So your living space is right here. And then you'll have this large hallway that goes into the bedrooms and bathrooms. Laundry and dryer in the basement or the ground floor. These type of buildings don't have basements. And this particular building don't have any skylight windows. I guess the original owner opted out of it. Okay, you have a large backyard. The deck definitely needs some work, but it doesn't look too bad. Maybe just an easy touch up. So those are the most expensive properties in West Bergen. Let's take a look at some of the more affordable homes in this area. So West Bergen is also home to a lot of these condo conversions, and it looks like one of them is being sold at $190,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, about 850 square feet. This is sitting on the market for 23 days. All right, doesn't look like it has pictures. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so you also have 17 Mulberry Street. This is somewhere in the closer to the median price here in Jersey City. This is actually located in Society Hill, bordering West Bergen and Greenville. So it's, if you guys don't know where that is, it's actually nestled in its own gated community, located just right there.
We reviewed Society Hill in our Greenville neighborhood tour, so go ahead and check that out as well if you want to see what it looks like.
All right, so yep, Society Hill, home to a lot of properties just like this, a lot of townhomes / condos. All right, so that's Society Hill and West Bergen. That's Jersey City West Bergen real estate right there. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you guys for tuning in and staying this long for our video. If you want to know more about West Bergen, and if you have questions about what's going on here, feel free to call, text, or email us. Our information is down below. And if you're new to this channel, click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you can be the first to know all about what's going on here. I'm Brianna.
I'm Andre.
And my name's Adrian. Don't forget to check out the next video that YouTube recommends you.
Yeah, and we'll see you around in the neighborhood, or we'll see you in the next video. Take care.